What is happening, y'all? This is Drunken Pilot back at it for another one. Today we're at Princess Juliana International Airport. We are going to do a challenge flight today. If you guys don't already know, Princess Juliana is one of the smallest runways that big jets land at in the world. That being said, it's going to be tough for us to land this massive 747 on such a small runway. Alright, so we're going to release our parking brakes here. We're not going to bother with ATC, and we're also not going to bother with turning on any of the lights or anything like that. This is going to be a clear day. We're actually going to change the weather here to clear skies so we can enjoy some of the scenery. So you guys know my name. I am Drunken Pilot, which means I like to sip on a beverage, an adult beverage, during my flights. So without further ado, I'm sipping on myself a nice cold Miller Lite. And I like to use the Miller Lights, or drink the Miller Lights as default here. So if you guys have something that you would rather me sip on while I do my flights, just let me know in the comments. Now, my last video, I did a point A to point B flight. We took off from San Diego, and then we flew to Long Beach, California. That was a fun little flight. Could have been better, but it is what it is. Just gotta work on it. I gotta keep these planes, man. They are so big that you gotta get around these other giant planes, and it's a pain in the ass. So let's see if we can make this happen. Here, wingspan is look at that fighter jet up in the air, just doing acrobatics. That's awesome. I know that's not an AI. God, that's cool. We're going to be doing a F-18 Super Hornet flight here pretty soon as well. That'd be fun. Let's see if we can't clear this 747 right here. Alright, we cleared it. Okay. So, one of the things that we need to remember here when we are taking off from this runway is that this is a very small runway, and we are going to basically be getting on this strip, holding down our brakes, going full thrust, and hoping that we can make it off this landing strip. Once we get in the air, we are going to take ourselves a nice little shotgun break, and we are going to shotgun a beer, because I like to have a little fun halfway through. So it's a little bit easier when you're on autopilot. I'm not going to be on autopilot, so I'm just going to have to deal with it. Alright, so we are coming up here on this runway. Sharp turn here. We'll make it. Come on. Oh my god. That fighter pilot, man. Whatever he's doing good. Look at that guy. Oh, never mind. He's not doing it good, isn't he? Alright, so we're getting up here on the center line. Once we get center lined, we're going to go ahead and push back a little bit, so that way we can
Juliana Tower, Boeing Alpha Sierra 747 ready for departing.
Get as much strip as we possibly can. So, as I was saying before, these jets, when they take off, the amount of thrust that they push back, there's this fence that runs all the way across this little beach liner right here. And people enjoying the beach will come up and they will hold on to the fence. See how long they can hold on before the thrust blows them away. And they all get blown away. There's actually been some instances where people had to go to the hospital or ended up dying, possibly ended up dying, due to how aggressive it was from them flying off the fence. So if you ever end up in St. Martin, I would advise that you stay clear of these thrusts that come from the jets. They will blow you away and you will get hurt. Alright, so that should be about enough. If I really wanted to play it safe, I can go all the way back, but I think we're good to go. This guy in front of us, what is he doing? How did he just end up? He's got to be online, so I'm not really worried about it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put on some flaps here. Flaps equal lift, and that's what's going to get us up in the air as fast as possible. What we're going to do is we're going to hold down the brake. We're going to go mid-throttle here, make sure everything is in the green. It is in the green. Now we're going to go full throttle, wait for those engines to build up. So let that bad boy go. Once we get to 100, we're heading that way. Hopefully this guy does not make me crash. Okay, good. Must be an all-line player. Alright. 180 is our rotation speed, so we're looking for that 180. 140, 150, 160, 170, and here we go. 180, rotate. So we don't tail strike, nice and easy. Gear up. We're going to start banking to the left to get away from these mountains. So if you guys ever hear somebody say V1 rotate, what they're saying is V1 is, they're talking about that is the end of the road as far as whether you can stay on that runway and stop safely, or you're going to have to get airborne and go around to land again. So if you have an engine problem and you're realizing it right after the V1 call out, that's it. Got to get in the air. Otherwise you're going to go straight off that landing strip. Look at that freaking water right there. I want to be out there in tropics right now, sipping my Miller Lite. Alright, so you guys can see the strip right here. This is where we're going to be landing. So we're just going to do a quick go around, quick circle, and land. And we're going to do it right. Now, as I said in my last video, I typically fly VR. Unfortunately, I don't have a PC that is powerful enough to film VR in a good enough quality. So, yeah, I have to resort to the conventional flying, and it sucks. Let me tell you, I hate it. I know it sucks for you guys because I prefer watching videos in VR. But it is what it is. We're going to have to suck it up for a little bit once I can make the investments to get a more powerful PC. We can switch over to VR. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate it. If you enjoy this content, I would really appreciate you guys considering subscribing, just because it would really help me out as far as being able to make advances on this channel and go further with it. So we're going to go ahead and descend a little bit right here. We're a little high and we're a little fast, so we want to descend. Unfortunately, those are contradictory things. We want to get low and we want to be slow, so we can't descend and slow down at the same time. So we're going to have to descend before we make this full turn. It's now time for a shotgun break. About halfway through, I'm going to have to level off here and go ahead and shotgun before I crash into the ocean and kill everybody on board. So enjoy the shotgun break. Here we go, and get that going. 1, 2, 3. said, we're going to make this circle around before we crash into the ocean. Okay. Let's check. We're a little far off from where we need to be, so we're going to have to start banking, which is good because we're going to lose some speed here, and that's going to help us out a lot because we are also going to have to start diving. So we're going to go ahead and put full notch flaps here. And honestly, it doesn't matter if everybody on board is violently throwing up. That's okay, because we're just doing ourselves a little challenge video. Alright, let's get centered here. We are still coming in way too fast, which means we're going to need to put some speed brakes on. I'm going to go 100% speed brakes because this son of a gun is going to take forever to slow down. Alright, so we're going to have to stop doing the aggressive movements here. I'm going to go ahead and put our gear down. Alright, we're slowing down significantly here, so we're going to take these speed brakes off all the way. Okay. We are actually at a pretty good landing speed right here. We want to try to stay probably around 160 knots as we land. Alright, so we're looking pretty good. We want to try to land as short as possible. Just we're putting ourselves down a little bit. We're looking pretty good as far as speed goes. Coming in nicely. Center it up. Let's do a flare. The flare didn't work out. We're still not touchdown yet, I don't think. Alright, I think we're on the ground now. Alright, that wasn't that bad. I was thinking we were going to take up most of the runway. That wasn't that bad at all. I surprised myself. Okay, well, I'm not even going to taxi the gate. This was a challenge video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Cheers to everybody. This is Drunken Pilot, out.